Hello there and welcome to today's ride, which is going to be especially tough. It's only about 30 kilometers long, but there's going to be about 400 meters of climbing, including a monster one that I haven't been up in 15 years. Where I live, I'm kind of sandwiched between two hills. Butts Hill to the north, which is about 5 kilometers away, and Portsdown, which is about 5 kilometers to the south. So if I'm going to do a ride of any length, I will have to climb one of those hills. And according to my cycling chum Des, there are 26 different routes up Portsdown, and today we're going to do one of the tough ones. And we start straight away with our first ascent up Portsdown. This is the one I do quite a lot, and it's probably the easiest of all of the ascents up the hill. Yeah, it's about 1.5 kilometers long, average gradient of about 4%. Well, that's the first climb out of the way, and that was pretty easy. In fact, felt a little bit easier than it normally does. Luckily for me, that the Hammerhead climb page also gives the distance to the next climb and how steep and how long it is. Today I'm riding my Cannondale Synapse, and that's because of all of my bikes, it's the one with the lowest gear ratio, which I really am going to need going up this climb. Off the top of my head, the lowest gear on here is 34 on the front and 38 on the back. Yeah, I really am going to need it. I thought I would just pull over and bring you up to speed with the hill that I'm just about to do. It's very imaginatively called Hill Road, and it starts in the town of Portchester and goes all the way up to the top of Portsdown Hill. According to my Karoo, it's 1.7 kilometers long with an average gradient of 7%, so it's going to be pretty tough. The last time I rode it was back in 2005, so that was obviously 16 years ago, and back then I was considerably lighter and I was riding it with a couple of my cycling chums, and back then I made it up to the top, and when I got there I felt like I was king of the world. So hopefully I'll make it all up in one piece today and feel equally good about myself. And if I need a good omen, I've just stopped here by a road called the Leeway, although it's not spelt the same way as my surname. But as I always say, there's a right way, there's a wrong way, and then there's the leeway, which basically means I can do whatever the hell I want. Well, there we go, that's Hill Road, Portchester conquered. Managed to get all the way up without stopping and walking, and it again wasn't actually anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. There's one kind of right hand bend going up, and I know that's steep, and I thought that was going to be the tricky bit, but it wasn't. It was the last 300 or 400 meters to the top there, and they were at only about 4 or 5%, but by the time you've put all of your effort in and got round the really steep bits, the last thing you want's a 400 meter drag at 4 or 5%. Really pleased with myself. Yeah, unfortunately I probably won't get a KOM on that, because the last time I climbed it, like I said, was in 2005, and that was back in the days before Strava. I think I joined Strava in 2012, so it might well be on there, so I might have got a PR on that. Fingers crossed. Bit of a hairy descent going down Crooked Walk Lane there. First time I've ever gone down that hill, and it's pretty terrifying going down with 20%ers. Again, that's another ascent, descent, whatever you want to call it, up or down Portsdown. Last little climb of the day, up Bunkers Hill into Denmead, and after that climb up Hill Road, this is like a birthday present. Just realised that my dates must be way off. Basically, when I climbed Hill Road the last time, it was 2005. I joined Strava in 2012, and then I did it again today in 2021, so I couldn't possibly have that first climb up there on Strava. But then numbers aren't really my thing, and I just climbed a massive great big hill, probably in oxygen debt, and I wasn't in my right mind. Now, you may be wondering why I'm punishing myself like this today. Apart from having a bit of a masochistic streak, it's because it's the first day of autumn and I'm trying to get my winter training in a bit early. And that's not least because a couple of days ago I was talking to my friend Tim over at Inspired Italy, and the long and the short of it is that he has invited me back to Italy for 2 weeks in May 2022. Now, the good thing about that is that the trip will be open to viewers of the channel here. So if you'd like to come and cycle with me in Italy in May 2022, hopefully the travel restrictions will be lifted by then. And yeah, we'll have a fantastic time. So the best person to speak to about that would be Tim. And I'll leave a link to his Inspired Italy website in the description below. And while I'm here, Even though we are in September 2021 and we are subject to some kind of travel restrictions, my understanding is that Graham and Barbara Stanley are flying out to Italy on Friday, so that's tomorrow, to join Tim to do the e-bike tour across Tuscany that I did last year. Can't say I'm not jealous, because I am. I'd love to be out in Italy now cycling across Tuscany, but have a fantastic time, Barbara and Graham, and I'm sure Tim will look after you. Make sure he buys you a few beers as well along the way. Well, there we go, last couple of kilometers of the ride, and I always use this as a bit of a cool down. 30 kilometers in the Bank of Fitness, so not the longest ride I've ever done, but the important thing is that I've conquered yet another hill that I thought was virtually impossible. Makes me think, what else can I do? Thanks for watching.